pandemic listening to Clubhouse. And I heard this voice, and I said, she sounds familiar. And guys, this Clubhouse, this particular chat room was phenomenal. She got with all these others in the industry to allow anybody who wanted to get an entertainment to come on their platform and shine bright. To the point where they got it down to like 10 seconds, 30 seconds, and they would cut them off. You had to make sure you had your sales pitch. And it allowed me to perfect mine while I'm listening to ensure that I provide the right information to get the right exposure. They had people on as T-Boss and TLC. They called so many others, all the DJs in the industry. There's so many names to list in this one Clubhouse. I don't know how I found it. But at that moment I said, she's from my hometown. There's gotta be a way God's gonna align us. And here we are today. I would like you guys to give a huge round of applause for our celebrity hometown guest, Miss Spyda.
Hello. You know what you was doing? You was playing that Erica Badu. Hey, everybody doing? Hey, y'all. I come with lots of energy, y'all. So if y'all don't know me, y'all gonna know me today. Okay? Yes, I go by Spyda, but it's also professionally as Shawanda Johnson. Nice to meet everyone. I'm an actress. I'm a model. I'm a mom. I'm a teacher. I've been teaching since I was 17. I started in Toledo Public Schools teaching. 17 years old, and I still to this day, and I see some of my babies running around here that I've taught. When I'm in town, I'm a workaholic. Y'all know how we got many hats, okay? So when I'm bored, I'll go to the schools, and I still sub to the schools when I got time. So, and along with that, I'm the owner of Fame Studios, which started 10 years ago. This is our 10-year anniversary, y'all. So, thank you. And entertainment has been my background, you know, from going back to 107.3 Glass City Expos in the park, okay? I came in with 20, 30 kids deep to perform for those events every year faithfully. So a lot of y'all grandkids out there, you know, nieces and stuff, they probably was a part of House of Adonis back then when we were stomping big, okay, on the playground, like literally. And we did this in the park with no funding, with no resources. We just wanted an outlet for these kids, something for them to do after school to keep them out of trouble. So that's how I became to what I'm doing today. I'm one, I tell my babies all the time, I came from the projects. What that mean? You know, my backstory isn't so sweet. You know, I had a mom who was on drugs. What that mean? You know, my dad wasn't always in my life. What that mean? That's not my story. That's just my background, okay? So I always tell these kids, that's why I like to go into the schools, because they see me on TV. You know, they're like, didn't I just see you last night on Empire? And I'm like, yeah, that was me, baby, that was me. You know, it's like real life. When we talk to these kids a lot of times, we just talking in one ear and out the other. But when they actually can touch it and see it and visually connect those two things, it makes a big difference. And so that's why I still to this day go into the schools and I say, hey, I'm you, I'm just like you. Okay, I came where you probably are right now, but I'm letting you know whatever it is in your heart, in your mind, in your spirit that you want to be, I'm one that's going to help you get to where you're trying to go. Okay, so that's been always my mission, is to be able to reach out to our kids. I say all our kids, okay, all our kids, cousins, nieces, whomever. So that's how I really got started, because growing up, I didn't have outlet. I was looking for different things to get myself involved. So I was always in part of schools, which is going to be some of the things I point on, is that we don't have a lot of, how I want to say, dedicated things for our city youth to be involved in. And it's the truth, okay? And so us, all of our beautiful faces and businesses I'm seeing in this room, there's so many kids that we collectively can have mentor under us. There's so many people who want to, kids, teenagers that want to do podcasts, that want to know how to sell houses, that want to know how to do an event, that want to get into fashion, that want to know how to flex the money and make it grow. But all they see is what they see on their phone. That's it. And a lot of that isn't the right thing that we want them to see, okay? Just honestly speaking. So, Fame Studios, I came about again 10 years ago. I'm on Central, 2610 West Central Avenue. I work with over, again, 5,000, I think to this day, youth around the city, okay? And on all sides of the town. And my goal, again, was to give them a safe place that they can come and be themselves and be able to mold their craft, whether it's singing, dancing, modeling, acting, giving them a little etiquette, teaching them proper, way to come in and dress for success. And then also push, like you said, pour. I love that, pour into their cup. How can I help you? I don't wonder what you can help me. How can I help you, baby, okay? And a lot of times, we're not only helping the kids, but we helping the parents too, ultimately, okay? And that's what it's about too. And we know the whole saying, it take a village, each one teach one. No, in real life, how are we affecting our kids? And that's my whole mission, because that's our next generation coming up. So how this room look, how successful we are, how can we look the same within 10 years from now? That's some things that people don't really stop and think about. I always say, let me make sure my baby is good, so when I get older, I know somebody is there to take care of me if I need it, okay? It's not always the same for everybody, unfortunately, but we can change the narrative, and it starts with us. So pouring in the cup is the things that I say is I am a mentor to a lot of people because I have a lot of self-confidence, just because I believe all things are possible. I have faith in myself. I've never been one to doubt the system. Because the system is what you make it, how you make it work for yourself. I don't listen to the naysayers. I've always been pushing forward. And that's how I've been able to do the several different shows. They're like, how you do it though? But I just saw you at the school yesterday. I'm like, yeah, baby, but I fly out at 7:30 tonight. I go to Vegas, Yup, and then I have to do a call on Zoom, and I have to do a table read. But yeah, baby, guess what? I'm gonna sleep for 6 hours. And then I'm also in my PhD program too, y'all. I'm gonna toot my horn real quick. Just a little bit. So yes, so I do this in real life. I have 2 kids, okay? I have a business, and I'm getting my PhD right now. My first class ends this week. And I say these things to our kids, and I say these things to our community, because sometimes even the people next to us are suffering with things internal that we don't know about. But if we let them know that there is a will, there is a way, and there's people that you can lean on their shoulder and be like, you know what, sis? You know what, bruh? You know what, pastor? You know what, friend? Honestly, I can't do it. It's been hard, the struggle's been real, the times have been challenging, my mind has been racing, my heart has been hurt. All of us have been impacted in the last 2 years, unfortunately. But with places like this, with people like us, we can come together. It's not just I don't like to just mix and mingle. I like to say, when are we gonna talk again? Let's set up that Zoom call. Here's my direct number. You can text me anytime, my phone is on. You wanna email me? Let's email. How can we make that next step forward? There's so many people that we can utilize. We can make this bigger, not only for her vision, but for our businesses to thrive in the city and the surrounding areas. There's no reason we shouldn't be struggling. There's no reason our numbers should be low. There's no reason that all the time, listen, I can sit up here and preach, okay? And I ain't no preacher. I just like to give the information that's in my heart, okay? Because it's too many people, it's too many times we get on Facebook and we see people that I got cans up at the bank because they don't have insurance. I hit James up my inbox. We went to school together. Hey, James, I got this young man. He out here doing nothing with his life. And guess what? I'm taking care of his kids at the studio. So what I do, I say, Jay, here's his number. He probably ain't gonna call you. Because they say, here's the information. Oh, I'm gonna call him. No. Me, James, I gave him your number. Now here's his number. Can you follow up with him? Because he needs some life insurance, because you know what? I'm just saying, I don't want to put it into the universe, but I want to make sure him and his family is covered. That's how I move and operate. So me connecting with you all is not just about what I do. It's about how we can help one another, help our community, help our kids in real life. Like not just for, oh yes, I know her, yeah, no. Like, I don't know how I'm hoping I'm reaching y'all and to understand, because that's what's holding us back. We're not actually putting in the work. It looks good on paper, it looks good, we look good, but what are we actually doing? Okay? You gotta put in that footwork. I'm in these kids' face every day. Anybody tell you about me, I don't play. I'm in the schools, I'm at the prisons, I'm at these detention centers, I'm at these homes. We're picking up kids, dropping them off because their parents don't have transportation for them. But it doesn't stop there. It's ultimately about their goals, their dreams, their hopes. It's many of my clients who've done different commercials and shows, not just me. So if you do have anybody out here that's interested, come get my information if you ain't got it from me. This will tell you, Fame Studios has been operating solely by my vision, with no resources, with no funding. Let that sit. This last year, I offered all my lessons for free for any child to come. So, until June, lessons are still for free. We do ballet, we do jazz, hip hop, modeling, majorette, like I say, the dancing dolls. We have everything. There is no reason my studio shouldn't be flooded with kids, but it isn't. It does start at home. It does start with that auntie, that granny, that uncle saying, nah, you ain't about to be playing video games all day. If I gotta drop, okay, your mama working, okay, what time you get out of school? I'm gonna take you up to Fame Studios. We have an after-school tutoring program too, by the way. You know how we get lax and we get caught up in what we're doing? I'm trying not to get emotional. No, because I see this, I hear this. These kids inbox me, hey, Miss Shawanda, I want to come to the studio, but I had a baby. We just had recital on Saturday. I'm trying not to get choked up. And her dad was like, my dad can bring me there. And I said, hey, baby, what you doing? Because she always inbox me. They'll inbox me, and you know they inbox it for a reason. You got to listen to these babies. Sometimes they tell you stuff that's going on at home, and we don't know. And she's like, I'm just seeing how you do it. I said, I'm actually in town. My recital this weekend. You want to come help me? I said, I'll pay you too. She said, okay. Her dad was supposed to bring her. And she said, my dad said, will I have a way home? These are the things that we deal with. And I said, yeah, I'll take you home. If I got 5 kids in the back, buying her all this different stuff from the show, I'm gonna drop you off, baby. If I can't, somebody gonna drop you off. I want at least them 4 or 5 hours that you have in your life to be impacted in a positive way, okay? She didn't make it. Her dad refused to bring her because he was doing dad things. Then what ended up happening? I know the cycle. They get bored, they get distracted, they're easily persuaded. Online predators is at an all-time high. It's so many men, it's so many predators, it's so many people attacking our kids left and right, y'all just don't know. That Snapchat is a hot mess. All in them accounts. If y'all don't monitor your kids' account, you'll do it today. I got one that ain't got their phone right now, just because of the vulnerability. You understand? They want attention. If they don't get attention from us, who else they gonna get it from? We done heard this cycle. It hasn't stopped, it's gotten worse. So that's what my studio is all about. Let me tell you, the reason why I was not able to live the same life that was in my background is because I kept myself occupied. I ran track, I danced, I was singing in the choir. I stayed in school from sun up to sundown. My teachers was taking me home because I knew I didn't want to have that life. I knew my purpose in life when I was 14. A lot of these kids have no clue what their purpose is. We have to pour into their cup, bottom line. So even though we think of self right now and it's all fine and dandy, and we think of others as fine and dandy, but who is our followers? Who are we leading? So just taking those times out to be like, you know what? I haven't checked on my niece or my nephew. Let me see what they up to. Basketball season about to be over, what they doing? Are they preparing for college? Have they gotten with someone to understand how to do financials? What their credit looking like? Have we started building their credit? Do we have plans in place for them? For when they do get ready to go to college, they have money already set up aside? Do they have insurance, life insurance? So all these, every different table, everybody's, do they have portfolios if they want to model, if they want to dance? It's so much, again, and I'm not going to take up too much time, so I hope everybody understands my heart and my mind and where I'm at. This is my goal every day. When I step into a child's face, I say, what you doing? They say, what you mean, Miss Shawanda? I said, no, what you doing? I'm right here. I know you're right here. But when you go home, what you doing? Nothing? Okay, nothing. So you just go to school and go home? Mm-hmm, what I'm supposed to do? I'm like, where your mom at? She at work or something, I don't know. So you at home? Yeah. What you doing? Watching my brother and sister, what you mean? This is the conversation we be having. How old your sister now? I don't know, 2, 5. So now you got teenagers. Y'all know what I'm saying. So let me talk to the mom. No judgment. Let me see how I can help her. Hey mom, I see you got the babies at home. You know, we got dance, we got classes for free for the kids. These are the days we got classes Monday through Sunday after school, and we got a tutoring program. Bring your babies on, so while you at work, they got something to do. I hope that's okay. So if you didn't know me, you know me now. Again, I'm Shawanda Johnson, AKA Spyda, and yes, I do this in real life. I act, not only do I pursue my goals, I help other people with their goals. So anybody, any kids, anybody that you have that's interested, I'm always trying to put people in a platform to be able to succeed, to achieve their goals, and to keep their minds occupied in the right way. Even the adults too, y'all. We got some adults doing things that they shouldn't be doing. We don't judge, we just say, let me help you get on the right path and figure it out in a better way. So if we can help a lot of these shootings and violence and things that's going on with a lot of these younger folks, let's try to do that. And it starts with having a conversation. And I hope mine did just that. Thank you.